Hey everybody, David here. Welcome to the AI Guide where we're making AI human. What does that mean? That means that we focus on the human impact of AI and the associated exponential technologies that AI is driving. Robotics, 3D printing, self-driving. Big news in self-driving today. But first, click the links below. Get the free resources on AI. That's the second link. Those resources will prepare you for the highly automated future coming that we're just about to talk about. And the first link is my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, Short History of AI and Current Impact on 10 Different Industries. There is a rewrite coming on that book. So look for that. Not soon, but coming. So today, I have big news on self-driving. Another announcement from this week. This is a much lighter episode than the last, but the last was the most important episode ever done here. So, self-driving, where are we at? Well, it's an announcement by a company. So let me set the table first. What they call OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, are the big automobile companies you've heard about for many, many years, your whole life since you even were a kid. Ford, GM, Toyota, Honda, Kia, Hyundai, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, all those are OEMs. Car companies have massive supply chains that are built of great big companies, and the companies who make assemblies of components that are then shipped to the car makers, these are the big pieces of the cars, are called Tier 1 automotive suppliers. These are multi-billion-dollar companies, huge companies. And then under the Tier 1 are what they call Tier 2s. And the Tier 2s take individual parts and start to build the assemblies that then go to the Tier 1s to make whole sections of a car that then go to the automobile manufacturers for final assembly. So this is how the car business works. This announcement is by a company called Valeo, which is a Tier 1 automobile supplier. That means they directly supply many different automobile companies. Big announcement this week from Valeo. Valeo announces 2 major contracts for its 3rd generation lidar. Valeo, the global leader in ADAS. So what is ADAS? ADAS is Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. And that's made up of a bunch of different kinds of sensors. LiDAR, of course, that's what we're talking about. But also radar, cameras, ultrasound is used in some cases. There's a bunch of technologies surrounding ADAS, which is what will drive full self-driving, and already does things like lane departure, beeping when you start to drift from your lane, or hitting the brakes when you're about to rear end someone, stuff like that. That's all ADAS. Valeo, the global leader in ADAS, is proud to announce that its Scala 3 lidar has been chosen by a leading Asian manufacturing company, car manufacturer, and a leading American robotaxi company. That last part is important. Valeo has now registered orders worth more than 1 billion euros for Scala 3. That's just the latest generation. Over Gen 1 and 2, it's billions of dollars. Valeo Scala 1 and 2 made conditional autonomous driving and traffic jams a reality. What does that mean? That means that I was getting my car fixed the other day, and the dealer gave me a car to use for the day, and that car, I had to hold the steering wheel, but I had to do nothing else. The car would start and stop all the way up and down the freeway as I was going to and from work. That's what they're talking about, conditional autonomous driving, and that was lidars 1 and 2. Scala 3 dramatically increases the domain of operation of private vehicles thanks to a wider scope of use and higher speed support. Valeo was the first and remains the leading company in the production of automotive lidars, sensors, and perception software on an industrial scale. Now, there's another huge company out of Israel called Innoviz, which just won a $4 billion contract with VW for VW, and maybe Volvo was included in that, but obviously Audi, which is part of VW. So there's at least 2 monster players at industrial scale for these lidar units. Full self-driving is not possible without lidar, and we've talked in other videos about why that's true. Valeo has been doing R&D for more than 10 years in lidar and making lidars for 5 years. 575 patents filed. Valeo Scala 3 lidar is the perception centerpiece of the next generation of highly automated systems. Note the highly automated. It will expand the domain of operation of conditionally automated vehicles level 3 to wider areas and higher speed. That's code for level 4, which is full autonomy. Scala 3 generates a 3D image of the vehicle's surroundings, unparalleled resolution, boasting more than 12 million pixels a second and a detection range of 200 meters for low reflectivity objects and 300 meters for high reflectivity objects. It sees almost everything. In addition to its hardware capabilities, Scala 3 comes with a suite of software modules, including perception and AI-based algorithms. Obviously, this doesn't work without AI. That's why I talk about it on my channel. It can identify objects such as a tire left sitting on an unlit black asphalt road more than 150 meters ahead that neither the driver, cameras, or radars would detect. This is again why lidar is essential for full autonomy. This technology finally makes fully autonomous driving possible. Valeo's Scala 3 provides the most complete suite of sensors and computing units that enable the vehicle to make the right decision. So what's the bottom line on this? The building blocks are now in place for full autonomy. We've talked before how they had to get to a level of technology that would allow it, now done. The next piece is the government regulatory piece allowing this fully autonomous driving, which has already been in testing for years with semis. We've talked about that. Full self-driving is a this decade thing for sure now. Notice that Valeo partnered with a robotaxi company, the biggest one in the United States. That is not an accident. We will see fully autonomous robotaxis start hitting the streets within 3 years. 2025, that's what I've been saying. Well, 26. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying 2025, maybe it's a year later, 26, but it's coming very soon. Fully autonomous robotaxis on demand in big cities, eliminating the need for individual car ownership. Now, a lot of big cities, like people who live in Manhattan, many of them don't own cars already anyway, but this will obviously disintermediate, another word is disrupt, the regular taxi business. So Thanks so much for tuning in. AI-driven full self-driving will be here soon. Take care. Click those links. Get my book on Amazon and the free resources. And we'll see you next week.